Hey everybody, welcome back to Gates and Trading. It just so happens that I keep trying to record these videos as the market's closing around 4 p.m. and the sun is always in my eyes at that time of day. It is what it is, I'll just have to deal with it and hopefully it won't last too long. Anyway, I'm going to start right with FNGU today since that's the ETF that I thought was looking good yesterday. Turns out I was dead wrong. It happens. This thing just went straight down today. If I go to the 5-minute, just right off the bat, just terrible. It's tough, man. This is the price you pay, I guess, the cost of doing business, right? So let me go back to the daily. By the way, you can see I have my new indicator up and running now. There's all kinds of metrics in it. It's showing that since this ETF started existing, the compound percentage gain for a $5,000 account is over 10,000% based on how the settings put. So a $5,000 account would have turned into 500,000 and more. So that's amazing. I just wish I could have lived through that right now, because right now this is not the direction you want to see. And the reason this thing compounds like this is because of situations like this that happened before, where you get a 10% gain here, you get another 38% gain here, but then you have some stuff falling down. This looked to me like a legitimate buy. I don't see anything wrong with this. I don't think I was wrong to have bought that. It was a little aggressive, sure, but it gapped up. It was up up to close the day. And then today it just turned around. The volume is pretty average, but my indicator is telling me that it's turning downward and that it's going to likely close below the ribbon. The market's not closed just yet, but it will be in like the next 15 minutes. I highly doubt anything's going to turn around by then. So yeah, so if I'm following my rules and doing what the indicator tells me, I just got to take the loss, and that'll happen a lot because the win rate is only 38%. The loss rate is 61%. So that means I'm going to be losing over twice as many times as I win. I only win 38% of the time on this particular ETF. Going into a little more detail on the indicator itself, I have all these different settings for it, and I have all of this stuff that I can check and uncheck to help me determine what criteria is best for buying and selling. And I can customize this per ETF, so I'm still working on that now and trying to optimize it. I did do FNGU, so I'm actually using its optimized settings. However, I can tell you that for the most part, for bullish ETFs, I would say I want to be buying when it turns upward, and I don't need the follow through. I'm going to be aggressive. I want it to signal when the uptrend resumes after I get a downtrend signal, and I only want signals after price has moved above the fast simple moving average, which I'm not showing in the chart right now. So that's the buying opportunity, the buying criteria. Selling, there's a ton of them. The most important ones are anything not profitable for the most part. The biggest one is when you're not profitable and you gap down on the open. That's a sell in my book. Like, you immediately just get out. Just try to sell right at the open. Most times it usually ends up continuing downward, which is why I do that. If you get a tall red bar, basically that means you have high volume and you have a bar that's tall. They kind of like this one right here. This is a tall red bar. It's like twice the height as normal. And the volume is like at least 1.5 times the normal. Once that happens, I'm out, profitable or not. I also like to enable closing if I see price fall below the suggested stop loss based on the average true range. So these are the primary ones that I would be using. I can turn this off and let's see so that changes it a little bit there. I would also recommend turning this one on, this one, and this one. So these are saying if you're not profitable and the uptrend is starting to turn downward, you're not profitable and price is closing within the EMA ribbon, or you're not profitable and price closes below the EMA ribbon. All those are reasons to get out. So there you go. And this today is following the rules and saying I should get out. So FNGU took a big loss. Moving on to anything else. I don't know if there's anything worth buying today because most stuff was in the red. Let me just do this. SLV, not worth buying. FAZ, going sideways. Avoid. Labu, up and down. ERX is coming up, but not ready to be bought yet. ERV had an interesting day. It's coming up. It kind of got over the little hump here, this horizontal area. It's kind of stuck at some resistance there, so I wouldn't be buying that right now either. UDXU is down. TMV had a good day today. Came up a bunch. I was looking at this yesterday and I didn't think it was that strong, but since the market is behaving bearishly today, it did nicely today. I would have wanted to be bought down here. Like, I don't think it's worth buying now. It's very extended. Yang, two sideways. TZA, just meandering. SPXS coming up. It's like the market seems like it wants to start turning bearish. Look at this mess. That's terrible. Like, most of these are just no good. WebS coming up. SQQQ. You have one good day the previous day, and then everything goes down the next day. It's just choppy, extremely. All of these are no way I would be buying them. FD coming up. Man, TMV is actually the only one that, I mean, maybe I would consider it just for holding overnight and hoping to get a gain of a tiny amount, and that's it. Otherwise, absolutely nothing worth buying. FNGU was a bad miss, and it happens. We'll get back at it tomorrow and see if there's anything better, but you know, this is the price of doing business, and this is why the stock market's so tough, man. So, until next time, thanks everyone. See ya.